Well, I spent all day setting up my servos. I finally got them installed in the board. I only have 3 switches, so it wasn't too bad. It took a little bit. It's a bit of a learning curve. Um, Once you're in the toolbox, I found that the trick is to set them to 200 active, 210 inactive, center the servo arm, and then basically throw them back and forth. And at from 200 to 210, you only get a bit of a tiny bit of movement. And then what you do is just install it and then fine tune it. Just use the up and down arrows on the throws, the active and inactive, till you get a nice snap. And off you go. I'll show you what it looks like. Just go points, and in here, this is the main out. And they all work really well. So they're all thrown right now. And start up my local, turn on the track power. Oops. It goes through the servo, so that's my staging servo. And then I can go to my points. I'll throw that servo. And as she comes around right now, and I have the main out and the main in the thrown position, she's going to run the inner loop. And once she comes out, I'll speed her up a little bit. We'll go back to the points. There we go. So now the staging has been set to its closed position. And then as she comes around, made my road crossings. They came out really well. They work really well. No problems at all. I did one there and I've got one over here. So when she's in this position, past the 2 switches, I'll throw both switches. And now she'll basically go onto the main line and run the main line around. And then when the train gets up to the corner here, I just throw the 2 switches. And she'll go into the inner loop. Seems to work pretty good. I got a little wiring mess here of my servo controller and my DCC EX controller, but it'll work pretty good. One little tip, definitely use this carpet rug tape. I got it off Amazon. The stuff's incredible. Goes around, she'll get past the staging switch. Once she's past it, I can stop it, go to my points, and then just hit the staging switch, and then back up into the staging area. I've been having fun with it all last night. I've been running it around. I've been doing it from the couch, just sitting and watching it all go. She just sits there. So the next step, switches are all done. They seem to be working quite well. Oh, one thing I did too is once the switches were double-sided taped down into the holes, what I did is I put a couple drops of CA around the tape just to give it a little extra strength. But I've been running them all night, and they're solid. They're rock solid. That tape is really, really solid. It's not even like a vinyl tape. It's almost like a fabric with goo on it. And I've used it before when I needed super extra strength, and it worked really well. So my next steps is got my pond here. I kind of marked it out. I've got my river. I'm going to make that, use some water. I don't want to start the mountain with the sculptor mold just yet because I figure I'm going to put some sculptor mold in the pond. So while I'm making batches, I can do, you know, both things at the same time. But it's getting there. Yeah, and I'm thinking for the lines on my road, I picked up this 1 millimeter Tamiya masking tape. I was even thinking I could use my airbrush and, you know, lay down lines and spray it. Or I was even thinking I might try just painting the tape and cutting it into, I think 1/4 inch is the size, and they're spaced about 1/4 inch apart. I was going to do a little test where I just paint it white and cut little strips and just see if they stick on okay, you know. I'm not looking for photorealism as long as it looks half decent and clean, you know, like this here for the road crossing they're really clean. Both of them came out really nice, but I'm gonna dirty them up a bit. I'm under the impression I like making my stuff clean and building it as clean as I can, as tidy as I can, and then I'll dirty it up. I hate just making a mess out of stuff thinking, oh, it's going to be weathered anyways. I kind of like doing the best I can, and then if I want to weather it, I can, you know, put the weathering in. So next step is the water, and yeah, and then probably do some sculptor mold, the mountains, and then maybe some scenery stuff. I got to paint all my buildings. That's going to be fun. I enjoy painting, so when I say it's going to be fun, I really mean it. I enjoy that sort of stuff, you know. But that's my update so far. And yeah, keep your servos simple. I mean, I've seen guys go crazy with all these, you know, ways of installing servos. I mean, basically, a piano wire. I did a U-bend, I put it on the arm, and then I used some CA to put it on, then I wrapped it in thread, and I CA'd the thread to hold it in place. We used to do that when we were flying remote control stuff. It was an old trick to hold the arms on. And yeah, double-sided tape underneath, and I mean, it seems to be working really well, so I don't know, I you know, keep it simple. And I figure if a servo goes or something breaks, they're really easy to replace that way. And just basically, you know, pull it all out from the tape and put a new one in, and you're good to go. Well, that's about it.